Hello everyone. So I thought I'd take a minute here to do a review on the UTG 3 to 9 by 32 BugBuster is what they call it, scope. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. There's a few compromises, but for a $90 scope, yeah, that's what you're gonna get. The locking system for your turrets is actually really interesting. I'm wondering how water resistant it actually is, but and then you tighten it back down and it doesn't turn. The top is the same way. There is just a little bit of play here, but it's pretty obvious what number it's on as far as that goes. Not that big of a deal. The dust covers are, they're decent. They work, not an issue. Underneath here, there is a dioptric for adjusting for your actual eye to the reticle, which is nice. This here, I have never liked. And I bought it on purpose, so it's my own fault. But the objective adjustment being, for the parallax being on the end of the scope with a dust cover on it, you can't use the full range without taking the dust cover off. So, and if you see there, it hits on the handguard, and I'm nowhere near my full adjustment. This is pretty solidly on there. Let me see if I can get it off. There we go. But it also comes with a 2-inch sunshade, which is nice, and I just leave that on there because it's actually easier to take the it's actually easier to take the dust cover off with the sunshade on, which is actually something that people were talking about. So I use it as a cap instead of as a see, it's on there pretty good, and it doesn't come off super easy, but it also can't be used. It's actually seating down in there on the rim, and that's the only thing holding it on to the scope. So it's a great cap, not good for a dust cover or for a flip up cap, I should say. All in all, super happy. Like I said, for the money, it's pretty good. The clarity is super nice as far as that goes. I can't get zoomed in on the reticle there. The eye relief right now, and it's funny because you can actually use the camera to kind of test this. The eye relief is here, and it will not autofocus. There we go. The eye relief is here. So, to give you an idea, that's what they advertise. It's actually pretty decent. Let's see here if we can. My camera's not going to focus on the reticle. Oh, there we go. Not the easiest thing to get a view of, but it does dim quite low as far as that goes on both colors, which is nice. Some of them, they're bright across the board. The mil dot reticle itself, not that big of a deal. But talking about the reticle, this brings me to my one major complaint about this scope. When I mount a scope, I get it mounted, I set my eye relief, I put the scope where it needs to be, and I level off the turret to the rail. Okay, that's just, that's how you mount a scope. This one, and this is a problem that some of the other reviewers have mentioned, you can't do that because the reticle's off, it's angled. It's not so much, if you look, that scope looks pretty flat to the gun, as far as the turret goes, but it's not. It is breaking the bubble off, and the reticle is actually flat. I set up crosshairs set up on the wall here that are level, and I actually leveled the reticle rather than leveling the turret. And that bothers me because now my adjustments aren't straight up and down on the turrets. And it's probably not enough to complain about. And again, for a $90 scope with good optics, I mean, I'm not that good of a shot that a 60th of a degree of adjustment, being windage and elevation or vice versa, is going to make that much of a difference, particularly on a pistol. That's this gun is a 400-yard gun with the 6.5 Grand ammunition in it, so that's why it has a scope rather than just a red dot on a pistol. But yeah, all in all, like I said, though, I'm happy with it. There's a few things I would change. The mounts were excellent. They're great mounts as far as that goes. Nice and positive. They stick on there real good. It takes some force to take them off, but they are quick connect. Pretty much quality. We'll see how it works. I'm going to put 150 rounds through it this weekend and see how it holds up. I don't have any doubts it'll be fine. The main reason that I got rid of the other scope, I had a 3x9x32 CV Life scope that I had bought for this gun. And the problem was the eye relief. The eye relief for the other gun was literally like 1.5 inches, if that. It was crazy. And I couldn't shoot it with this being a pistol. You're not allowed to shoulder this gun. So with it being a pistol, I couldn't shoot it. This one I don't see having any problems. The eye relief is nice and generous. And like I said, the clarity is great. I can actually get this thing to focus on those crosshairs on the wall at this distance. And we're talking, maybe 4 or 5 feet, which is really good for a close quarters to 400 yards gun. So all in all, very happy. I will update the review when I get some rounds through it.